Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack. So, we're doing pretty well right now. I'm feeling a lot more confident than I was like all of yesterday. We've got a good set of slag producers coming, constantly giving us slag. We've got more and more solar power appearing all the time. Our coal is actually backed up, which is great. It's giving us some trouble with mineral water, but, well, we've been wrestling with mineralized water the entire game. So, yeah. I think right now I want to focus a bit on the ore, because we've been doing this kind of a makeshift generate ore as needed thing. I want to turn that into a more long-term, base. And I'm a little torn about the direction to go. Should I be going out this way more, potentially running into these biters, or should I go north and maybe curve back around? Because there's going to be a lot of infrastructure. I'm thinking it might be better to just go north. We don't have too much of a bust down here yet. We have different types of water. We'd be putting a limit on how far north these can expand. But I don't know. You know, I have a better idea. We are going to put all of our ore stuff over here. I like that. I like this. This is working out. But well, continuing to go further west, all the ore stuff will be bringing the ore back, and then we'll go north here, and this will be our factory up above, where we actually use the ore for stuff. So, yeah, It gives me a chance to leave this in place. For example, that would be very convenient. Why on earth are we bringing this all the way over here and then bringing it back? There's probably a good reason. Oh well, doesn't matter. We do have these biters to deal with. I think we're gonna, well, not biters, these worms that we need to get rid of. I don't know how dangerous they are on this mod pack. We do have turrets, right? Yeah. So maybe we should actually make a few turrets and some firearms. Oh well, we can see as we get closer to it. For now, let's just make some space. That's gonna bother me. There. And we're out. But still, we're placing land so much faster than we used to be. I mean, we would sit for like just hours and hours trying to get that much. Out of my way. We're gonna be low on tin soon enough. Ah, we're out of solder. But we have some over here, I think. Yeah, quite a bit of it. Eventually, I want to move all this out. I want to get all of this up above, but not yet. For now, I want to place some more of these filtration units. Actually, what's the ratio? I'm not sure. So I said I wanted to have 4 crystallizers of each ore type. To start at least. So how much sludge do I need? Okay. We need to do some mathing. So We are using filtration units. Sludge. Filtration units have a speed of, I can't see, speed of 1.5. And what we're doing is we're making a mineral sludge. Assuming we keep it supplied, we'll have to deal with the chain up. Excuse me. We'll have to deal with further up the chain later on after this. There. So filtration units are doing this. The recipe is of length 4, so the actual time is 2.6, 2 2/3. And in 2 2/3 time, we take 50 slag slurry and convert it to 50 mineral sludge. Now I'm planning on having. Oh wait, that's just this for 2. We already have that. I think we did this already. Yeah, crystallizers like this. Same speed, so that's convenient. So, well, that's just very convenient. So we're thinking we're gonna have total of 16 crystallizers. So 16 crystallizers will eat up 400 sludge in the same time. It's the same interval. So we need to be producing 400 sludge from 8. Oh, yeah, I know the answer is 8. But there. We need to produce it. We need to have 8 filtration units going. We currently have 4. That's actually not that bad. Maybe we're being too modest. Should we be going for far more crystallizers? I said 16. Let's make that a number. So if we were to instead go with 32 of these, that would be 16 filtration units to the 32 crystallizers. How much do I need up the line from that? Because we've got a ton of how much sludge would that require? Slag would that require? So we'd be getting slag slurry. We get that from the sulfuric acid. That's interesting. It changed color. No, it didn't. It just the tooltip is on top of it. That's how much slurry we need per 2.6 seconds. Okay, so 800 slurry. I should make it like every 2.66 time units. To produce that, we would need that divided by 10. We need 80 slag per second. Per 2.66 seconds. For that same time. Why did that not work? I want this to also equal that. Okay, so how much is that in terms of our electrolyzers? Electrolyzers are producing 1 slag per 2 seconds. Ooh, that's way more slag than we're gonna have. Well, but we're gonna be getting slag from multiple sources. Remember, a slag. 1 slag turns into 10 slurry, and 50 slurry turns back into a slag. Or what's it turn back into? We get 6 wastewater per slag, which turns into. I thought we got some slag back. No, it's the ore sorting that gives us slag back. So the ore sorting. Let me think. So if we had 32 crystallizers going, let's see, we did that already, right? So if we had 32 crystallizers, we would need to have 8 ore sorters, and ore sorters produce 1 slag every 1.33 seconds. So we'd be getting an extra 16 slag. So we'll get 16 slag from sorters, meaning we'll need to have another 64 slag from other sources over 2.66 seconds. So that's the equivalent of no, that's the wrong direction. I want in 2.66 seconds this will, well, that was right. In 2.66 seconds this will operate 1.33 times. In each of those times it will produce 1 slag. 1 slag. So 1.33 slags per time period. So it'll take 48 of those going full blast in order to meet the production, or meet the demands of 16 filtration units. What do we currently have? We have a bank of 24. Well, at least that the numbers work out real nicely. We will not do 16, we will do 8. Or, I'm sorry, we'll not do 32, we will do 16 crystallizers. Okay. 16 crystallizers, that's the plan. Which will need how many filtration units, we said? 8 filtration units. Okay, we kind of went in a big circle there, but you know, I feel like at least I'll be more informed of what I should be doing. Should I just well, I could just make this taller, or I could try to move it. I think we'll just make it taller. Might be easiest to think of that way. Well, no, we said we're gonna move everything over there. So yes, no matter what, we'll have to move it. Which means we'll have to have, well, then we'll have to move the coal all the way down that way. Oh, let's just do it here. Nah, we need more ground. So at least that far over. And this far this way. How far apart are these? These are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have, okay, I need more of those. Built. 2 more. And then we need 1 more beyond that, which needs more steel. Actually, let's put that there. And put more iron right there. Sure. I need to take out the iron ore. Or iron plate. Others won't produce. There we go. And we totally should be doing this everywhere. I'm just being lazy not to. But, like I said, lazy. Ran out of copper again. This just eats through copper. I mean, it's ridiculous. How's that doing? That's fine. Out of components. Alright. We were going to grab some more of this. Over there. Alright. We still haven't ratioed out these yet, but we can do that later. One, two, three, four, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more. We went far more north than we thought we needed to. Oh well, it'll make expanding easier. Or probably when we switch over to using different types of filters, it'll make it easier to get that infrastructure in place. We need more belts. Do we have to hop over to go right? I don't think so. We had one of these. There. This could be more compressed, but I kind of like the look of it. We'll see if this can keep up. Probably it can't. It produces a 5 at a time. Alright, let's get this piped up. We have nowhere near enough pipes. We'll let that play out for a little bit. While that's going, let's go ahead and figure out how many more of these I'm gonna need. So, our plan is to have 8 filtration units going at once, which need 400 slurry, right? No, we need. No, that's right. It'll be 400 slag slurry we'll need per 2.36 seconds. So just we know we can do this. Because we have the slag. How many of those intermediate steps do we need? So this liquefiers are 1.2. Do I have that somewhere? No, I don't. The particular, well, we can get it from here. the particular recipe we're using is a speed 3. So, it doesn't quite align. And it produces 50 slag slurry, or 5 slag to 50 slag slurry. We already dealt with the slag though, so let's just focus on the other thing. It needs 12 sulf acid. Okay. And we need a total of, we said 400, right? 400. So to get 400 slag slurry for 2.66. Well, okay, so in 2.66 seconds, the liquefiers can run 2 times. And in those, it can run 1.333 times. And in that number of times, it will produce, it'll produce, what am I saying? It'll produce that much slurry. 66 slurry. So to get 400, we will need 6 of them. That's achievable. Not a problem. One step up the line, though, we need the sulfuric acid. This needs purified water, right? Good. We'll stop throwing as much of it away, perhaps. So, these operate at speed 1.25, chemical plants do. Actually, is there another place we could do this? Slurry... sulfuric acid can be made in a... that's the wrong thing. Can be made in a chemical plant, or an advanced chemical plant, or a regular chemical plant. Do we have advanced chemical plants? Could I see that? No. Advanced chemistry. Keep hitting the wrong button. Advanced chemistry. It needs just there's only red and green. That'll give me the next electrolyzer too, but not immediately. It's well ahead. It needs oil products perhaps to make these things. No, that doesn't. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. We're not gonna do it. We're going to use these chemical plants. So 1.25. The recipe they're using is a 2-second recipe that produces 50 sulfuric acid. That uses 60 to produce 50. Uses 60, what? Sulf diox to produce 50 sulf acid. I don't know why I offset those. Just put them right there. So what we actually need is 66.66 sulf acid, right? No, we don't need that. That's how much slurry we're producing. That only worked because the ratio is the exact same. So 6 of these are going to be producing 6 times 12 divided by 2, 36. They'll be consuming 36 sulfuric acid per second. So we need to produce 36 sulfuric acid per second, and we can do that by having... Doesn't seem like that much challenge. So we're actually, right now, we are producing 50 sulfuric acid in 1.6 seconds, or 31.25 sulfuric acid in 2 seconds, in per second. So we really just need to have 2 of these. But that's nothing. That's nothing at all. We're already oversaturated. And this needs 60, and I'm assuming that the input over here is even more simple. Though this does need sulfur, though we have plenty of that. 2 seconds and produces 50. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother to look further to get the exact number. It's gonna be between 1 and 2. Or maybe between 2 and 3. We have sufficient with 4. Alright, our pipes are done. Let's make sure. I have so many crystallizers. I need we said we were gonna do 24 total. I've got 4 out there. I've got 21 total, so we need 3 more. Convenient. I wouldn't mind having more of these filters. Maybe we should make some. Filter frames, rather. Where are they? Where are they? Oh. They're there. Needs more plates. Sure. Come on. There we go. Filters. Just so that the top one, the bottom ones don't have to wait for one of the top ones to go before they get a filter back when we're in a steady state. Alright, so how do we set this up? We did... I don't have any regular steel pipes. Okay, but we did 2 on the right, and then 1, and then 1, and 2. The outputs. 1, 2. And we had the right ones come out this way, and the other ones come the other way, right? So, slag, sludge. There. All right. We might start having purified water problems. We'll have to hook up another machine to fix that. Oh, that was interesting. I was actually able to cross the streams, but that messed the entire thing up. No, it's still okay. Because we hadn't hooked their side up yet. But I was able to place a sideways thing on top of the regular thing. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. Okay, another side, it's all the same thing. So the purified water is there, then the wastewater is here. I suppose I could technically just have these be full pipes, but I want to be able to walk between them, so. Oh, that's it. And it needs an input and output. We did the center is the output, input. Oh, we're out of inserters, or lack of iron plates. How's the rest of our factory going while we're busy? Mineral water is low. This isn't quite backed up yet. In fact, we can just go ahead, transfer a lot of that over. You know, it might be worthwhile just to have some chemical plants making acid and then just voiding it. Just because we don't, because of how much sulfuric acid we're burning, we're collecting. We don't need 20,000 sulfur just sitting in a few boxes. I just grabbed some of this, yes. Alright. So now we're producing silly amounts of sludge right now, not yet. We need to insert this up. So we don't have... This is having to just fill up? What's the deal? Why isn't it already full? Is there a connection problem? No. Guess we're just consuming it pretty quickly. But this should, I mean, like, from what we mathed out, this should be producing just a ton of sludge faster than we think we need it. I mean, if 8 of these are not keeping up with 4 crystallizers, they're not going to keep up with 16 or 24. That's what we said, right? We were going to do 16 crystallizers. Yeah, okay, 16 crystallizers. Ooh, it's a filter problem. I thought so. Let's get some more of those filters. I don't think this is a recipe problem. I think it's, well, it could be a recipe. No, it's very clearly a output problem. We might just want to get more of these. We can certainly make it blue. Huh, we need fast inserters. I think. Full problems, maybe? Nah, that's fine. And we don't need that many. Maybe we do. Safe and just to be safe, we'll just put that there. Okay. Let's see. Looks pretty full time. Good. So now we're gonna have a ton of sludge. Joy. Okay, next step we said we were gonna go over there and do stuff. This is just creating the sludge. We're actually the dry stuff, the actual ore, we're going to put over off to the west. Let's get some more rock. Let's make sure that keeps going. We should probably be doing something with solar panels. We need to lay this out at some point so we can just come back and have a ton of stuff without having to move stuff around. But that is yet to happen. We're lead heavy, not tin heavy. Oh well. Alright. We're not using these chemical furnaces. We never even made one. Let's make one and see what it does. Ah, so it's a furnace with a boiler in the front that it can't do anything right now. Maybe it could though. It's just well, I don't know. Maybe not yet. Alright. We said we needed to expand this to 6, right? Let's do that. We'll need more of those eventually. Liquefiers. Need more iron. Ooh, these are actually not backed up anymore. A little bit still at the end, but that'll wear out. They're just the last to unload. How's mineral water doing? It's very low. Interesting. We hooked up more. We should hook up even more, I suppose. Alright, more of these. What pattern were we using? We were using 2 facing away from each other. Like that. Yeah, our slag dried up. Probably because we're turning so much of it into the landfill. Won't be a problem eventually. This is on this side, so we'll need to get more landfill here. How are we already out of these? We're burning so many of these stone pipes. That would be working if there was slag. There is not. And I don't know what's going on there. Just wasn't thinking. This will back up real quick. Let's slow down this rate, just so we don't steal up too much. We can get landfill at a slower rate and not have a good problem. Looks like there might be some carbon problems. All right. Excuse me. All right, we should go place those solar panels. Make them all, and I forget the point of them all. Move. You're in my way. Slag, that's what I was doing. You know, we might not be able to supply this much slag in one belt, like when it's not backed up. But it should be super backed up because we're having only a quarter of our consumption, and it's not backed up. It's a little concerning. Did we miscalculate? Oh well, we could always just add more over there. Or we'd go north and add more that way. These are fine. How's mineralized water? Starting to catch up. How's sulfuric wastewater? Are we actually keeping on top of that? I think so. Good. This is stopped. That shouldn't be. We should really expand this, I think. Maybe have twice as many. We've got the coal for it. We need for liquefy. Oh, we just spent a ton of iron plates. We'll come back for it. Do it some other time. We have so much landfill now. Let's go ahead and displace a bunch. Getting close to those worms. It's a little scary. We still haven't expanded out of our initial block. Though we have radar. We could start looking around. I hate to waste the power. But maybe it's trivial compared to what we're already wasting power on. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? We need 4 crystallizers all feeding into, well, actually, do we need the ore for anything else? Can we just crush it right away? So sapphirite ore, we can generate from mineral sludge, and we can crush it into sapphirite. And that's it. Okay, so we don't have to worry about busting the original ore. Or the crushed ore, really. I mean, the crushed ore, no. The crushed ore we can do things with. We can sort it. We can burn it immediately. We could do this processing. What is Jivalite? Where do we get that? Jivalite ore comes from mineral sludge if I had slag processing too. What's the virtue of it? So I could turn it into Jivalite ore, which becomes crushed Jivalite as per usual. We use that. It's just like sapphirite by itself. But if you combine it, what is this? Bullet damage, bullet shooting. Okay, I thought the icon looked a little different than I was expecting. So it can turn into iron ore. It can. So crushed sapphirite by itself, 3 of them can turn into 2 plates. Or 2 and 2 can turn into 4. I'm skeptical that's some use. This is the other one. We can create Jivalite chunks, which generates fluoric wastewater and geodes. That's probably the point of this. So I don't have to worry about that. Wait a minute. So go back to the crushed sapphirite. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. So we get this from sapphirite ore. We get sapphirite ore from mineral sludge. Mineral sludge we can use to get 4 ore things. Or a mineral catalyst, which I haven't figured out exactly what to do with yet. That gives me access to manganese processing. Or lets me convert nodules to manganese ore. Wait a minute, this is a whole bunch of different things that need sapphirite chunks. Ah, I see. Yeah, chunks is going to be a whole other thing. I think crystals beyond that. Okay, so we better bust the crushed sapphirite, because we might need to grab some for more than just sorting it. But primarily, we're going to be taking crushed sapphirite and sorting it to these different main ore types. Okay, so the overall pattern is going to be four crystallizers all feeding into a single ore crusher, right? That's what we just said it was before. Yeah. So 1 crusher supports 4 crystallizers. That's the plan. What's the best way to make that happen that looks more aesthetic? And what's its run speed? Its run speed is 0.66. So it's gonna be producing quite a bit of and it has things on both sides. It's gonna have both the ore and the crushed rock. We'll need to make that bust too, because we can actually use that all over the place. Okay. We have a few of these crushers. We do not. Let's go grab some bricks. Okay, let's go grab some crushed rocks. could just take this apart. I don't want to at the moment. I want to make sure that we have things that let us build other things. Oh. This is inconveniently placed, but, well. We should have done that more formally when we were starting this. There. Alright, let's move some ore around because we're short on belts. As per usual. We never did place the solar panels, so let's go do that. Otherwise, I'll get distracted again and not remember to do it. How's mineral water doing? It's high. I'll have to extend the pattern a little bit. Should I be curling? Maybe get these going. Just so it doesn't jut out so much by itself. What happened there? That. I guess we're burning a lot of power now. Good thing we're expanding. We should make some more of these even. Again, we're low on steel. But that's kind of the whole point of what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to make it so we have more minerals to deal with. Here, stop this at 6. 5, sure. Ore crushers, where are they? There. More iron. I should probably switch these over into, ooh, we're low on power. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, we're having trouble in the nighttime now. That's not gonna get fixed by, putting more solar panels on. But it might at least ease some of the difficulties. We really need to deal with this. Let's switch over some of these to more ore heavy arrangements. Or steel heavy. Iron heavy. What am I saying? So, we're kind of lacking that. Let's grab these, keep it busy for a few moments. There. Then we're out of steel. Oh, this right now. We need to fix that. Carbon is there. And yeah, the steel is the only thing really holding us back on that for now. But I don't want to mess with it. Okay, we're over our hour, so I'm going to take a break right there. We made some real progress today, I think, with getting this slag slurry production ready to go. The mineral sludge and all that. Now we can just we're focusing over this way, and hopefully soon we're going to have a line of each ore. It's going to happen. I believe it. Thank you everyone for watching. My name is Michael Young, and this is Factorio on the Sea Block Mod.